Hello and welcome to my channel called Soulful Union. This time, this shaman wisdom card reading, which is combined with Reiki healing. This time it is called Family Life and Home. Taking inspired action and cosmic dance of love in life. It is a collective interactive card reading for 8 consecutive weeks. And I have to remind you that this reading is non-linear time specific, meaning that you will resonate with the message when it resonates with you, meaning at your own time-space continuum. When you see it, you will know it. It's when you feel that it speaks directly right into you, when you are ready to receive it. And as always, take what resonates and leave the rest. So, here we go. I'm glad you are with me. Let's do this. Okay, so family life and home. Taking inspired action and doing this cosmic dance of love in our lives. So we have come to the full circle to find the truth. And now it is time for us to go up and up in this spiral. And if you're ready, then come with me to the edge to see what is on the other side. This reading is all about owning our inner masculine within and taking the full responsibility of it. And not expecting the other person to play this part or this role in our lives, but to take the ownership of our own masculine energy, of our own masculine aspect. Both the animus and anima inside of our own self. And balancing out those two in our family life and in our home environment to make home in the place where we can heal and nurture ourselves and where our partner can feel nurtured, inspired, able to grow and be themselves, as well as our different family members, our guests, our fur babies, so to say, our cats and dogs. So it's about taking the full responsibility, the road to self-awareness, self-mastership. And it's about manifesting our own masculine self into our own reality. Not relying on others, but relying on our own self, taking the full responsibility. I am responsible for my own life. So no more blaming, no more gaming, no more guilt and shame. Just pure and simple. Just honesty and truth. This always shall prevail. So no more shaming, no more guilt about the connection we feel with our divine partner. Whether they are with us or they are still committed to another home or another partnership. Now it's time to take the full responsibility of our own self towards and all, embracing both inside, embracing my own masculine and my own feminine, and embracing my feminine, backing up my inner feminine with my inner masculine, and taking full responsibility to myself to back up my inner feminine, my inner healing, my inner ideas, my inner visions, not waiting for someone else to come and find you and manifest them, but taking full responsibility into grounding them and making them happen, those dreams, those visions, enabling them to come true, to align ourselves, our material world, with the dreams and with the feelings resonating with those dreams so they can manifest. Yes, and so it is. As above, so shall it be below. And as it is meant to be inside, it will also become so in the outside. So when I downloaded this reading, actually 2 years ago in March, but I was only able and allowed to write the message down. I was not ready yet to fully voice it or post it somewhere. And when I downloaded the message, at one point I saw this kind of tattoo on somebody's skin. And it was a tattoo about an eagle who has an amethyst in their legs, holding an amethyst. And the message was that someone stole some amethyst for me. That was the vision I saw back then. So let's dig in. As you can see, it's a full circle of 8 weeks, and we shall start at the upper, upper right side with number 13 and eagle. And we will end with number 44, making the full circle. And after 8 weeks, we are consciously ready to make our journey to the next level, to rise up to the next level of a spiral. So let's have this journey now. So week 1, eagle number 13, which equals 4, which is all about structure, inner structure, building this inner structure of ours that is solid, that is grounded, that is full of our own personal authentic self, our own personal reality, our own personal life experience and knowledge and life wisdom. And as we know, eagle is someone who is flying very high up. He can be solo, flying up solo above the mountains, above the sky, but he can also dance with a partner in the skies and come very low to catch his prey. So east is about rising, the morning sun. Masculine is practical, logical, making things happen, and here air is about our thoughts and making our thoughts and ideas into reality. Is a very, very big message with this card, and how can we start this 8-week journey when we have our visions, we have our thoughts, we have our ideas, which is very great and powerful, and maybe we already have started to download some of them. But now it's all time about how to get there. If you already have the vision that is written down, or you have parts of it, or overall picture of it, then now it's time to get this bigger picture thinking in our mental state, to see the big picture of all of things, of our life, our home life, our partnership in our family, our partnerships in our different family members, what kind of relationships we do have, what is the dance between us. Yeah, and my dog started to bark to neighbor outside. So it this energy asks us to go even higher and get the bigger picture than we have so far, to broaden up our horizons, to elevate our ceiling, so to say, elevate our heavens as we know it, and to go even higher to what things can happen and can be possible if we trust the universe. And not to say no, but to say, okay, maybe this is the vision I got. What can I do to make it happen now? And trust that if it is given to you, then it means that it is given to you with a reason, good reason. Trust the spirit, or if you are of a scientific background, then trust the energies. So yeah, uplift that staggering push down heavenly ceiling of yours and ours, and chin up. Once again, chin up. Raise your eyes, and this is our time to shine on the mental plane, all our ideas, our great visions to the future or present. What can we do presently to feel good, to make our visions true? What are the ways and areas and issues in our home and family life that we have previously unseen or unsought or even unspoken about to our partner or family members, or even, sometimes it helps a lot to spoke out your ideas to yourself to get a clearer mind, to clear your mind of all this rubbish from the past or previous misforgivens. So this first week of the journey is all about change in our life, in the present moment. What can I do to move forward to my dreams, to my visions now? What is the first step I can do and I will do? Gathering all that masculine willpower, calling it back home if it is wandering around somewhere in the wide universe or astral plane or wherever it is. So the question is, are we ready for some big and profound changes? And if it is so, then let's start the journey by simply saying yes. Are you with me? I say yes. So let's see the big picture and small details in it. Like a blanket that is covering our bed. What do we see there if we look at our bed? What kind of bed do you see, and what is covering it? And what do you see in there? Who do you see in there? So let's clear our vision, our thoughts, and the belief systems and beliefs we have had about our life, our possibilities of our life, the family system we have grown into, or family dynamics we have held on to so long. And maybe we have had some other voice inside us, but because society has said it's not okay or it's not normal or this is how we do, we have quieted down that voice. Well, now it's time to listen, finally listen and believe and move and act according to that inner voice, that inner desire. So this eagle and number 13 was actually, especially Friday 13 was according to some people, was a very happy and fortunate day for ancient Mayans. So this card is, the energies in this card, they encourage us to conquer our fear, and not one fear, but all of them that has blocked us down so far, and look beyond the veils of the common, the known, to the unknown, to our heart's desires, to have a profound peek behind these veils of illusion of what is possible and what is not possible, that has kept us and our family in loops for generations or even eons, making the same mistakes, making the same loopholes, making the same dance again and again, same misfortunes, same bad luck or good luck. It's time to level up. It's time to step up and step out of those entrapments and loopholes and bad behaviors, and fly away from this entrapment and free like a conquering magnetic and majestic wise old bird we are inside, to stretch those inner wings and fly like a free bird in our soul, in our heart space. It is now asking to come outside as well and play. Once more, we have been kept inside for 2 months, and I've heard that a lot of people are afraid even when they are out again now. But it is time to go out to the nature and be free without fear. It's time to fly the distance, the space, the heights we have haven't done yet, out of fear or out of responsibility or out of normal and common. It's time to fly to the places we have not been before. And we can start flying today already. Just take a jump and spread your wings and trust that the wind will carry you. And it is time to join in others in this magnificent dance of flight. If there is a project you have kept in your pocket for long, now it's time to act on it. Now it's time to fly it, and so it is, and this journey can start now and take a lift off if you trust, if you are ready to finally make those dreams, make those visions, make those ideas you have happen in real life. So the first week is all about making this lift off and flying, learning to fly again and trusting our inner bird. So after we have learned how to fly again as a free bird and make a broader vision and bold steps towards our future, then the second week it's comes this guidance and help and support comes to us from our mineral kingdom. All of us inside, we have a lot of different minerals actually inside of us as well. So all of us, we can call in our minerals inside and ask their support to make those dreams happen. So the amethyst comes forth from the mineral kingdom to represent them, to embrace us in week 2. And it's about 5 + 4 = 9, so it is near completion point. What obstacles have been our way before to make those changes we want, to make those visions happen, to make them reality. Now it's time to step up and finally take that 9th, embrace the 9 inside to get to the 10. So again, it's about masculine energy and 6th chakra and earth. So it is practical, doing practical material things according to our visions and guidance we get from spirit through our inner eyes, listening to our spirit in our inner eyes, meditating, creating our future through meditation, and inviting our divine partner, our divine family connections to take part in those inner meditations. If you have done them so far alone, then ask your divine partner to come and join you inside this holy space. Call them in, contact them inside when you go to this meditation. And if you have done it already and have created something wonderful in this unified inner space with your divine partner, then maybe now it is time to ask your other family members to join in as well and make their input as well. So the color of amethyst is violet. So we can ask the Saint Germain and his divine counterpart, violet flame, to embrace and to purify us from those fears and obstacles and impurities we still have inside and around us in our home, in our family systems, to purify in this purification fire and embrace us and transform us into the new. So it is all about healing the second week and embracing our shiny family and healing everything that has come up since we started the journey, the flight. It is about embracing our own shine from within and seeing and recognizing and embracing the shine of our family, to recognize it, to have inner outer eyes to see it and accept it. Embrace it with the open arms. It is time to become and be you, and finally walk your talk. What you say, you do. What you preach, you become. What you preach, you manifest and become. So it is about crystallizing our newly established reality by solid action. Step by step we grow and go into the new sacred space we hold inside our own sacred hearts, for us to speak and with the Creator in all things to co-create. So to embrace the idea that everything we create now on starts from within, from this divine space with the inner divine Creator, and others we welcome in that space. So we can see, first creating inside of that special place, and then in the following weeks to see how it becomes manifested in real life, step by step. So it's like it's very interesting if you have practiced it already, or if you are starting it, then it's very fun and very interesting. Like, yeah. So let's enjoy our growth, and upwards and sideways growth are coming in for us to embrace it and to be held dear. And everything we once lost will now be returned and amplified back to us. So it is time to enjoy the sparkles in our own doings, of our own and others' growth, the one growing next to ours, to see, to feel it, to recognize in it. Maybe it is still just inside of us, holding the other person inside of us. That is okay too. It's their time to grow and be and nurture. And it is okay if we do it from distance. When the time is right, it will come in the physical. So it is time to embrace our heart and our soul family and nurture each other as much as possible, and respect each other and enjoy each other's vibrant company in many different ways we can, by seeing each other, by talking to each other, by listening to each other, by sharing our gifts and our creations and our art and our music and our poetry and stories and pictures and ideas and visions and life wisdom and philosophies, those inner deep philosophies we hold inside so dear. So it's time to enjoy each other's vibrant company in the whole, within and also outside world, to embrace the unique shyness and lightness of our own family. And so it is. So after we have completed that, we journey to the third week. On third week, after embracing our shyness, it is time to level up now. Because version 2.0 and 2.0 are now available to us. Both like version of our inner and outer masculine 2.0 and inner and outer feminine 2.0, as well as home and family, the next level. And also starting from the mental, taking control of our own thoughts, the most powerful place. If we combine with the heart, this is where we create things, where the creation starts. So, is somebody wondering, is it year 2020 already we are in? And when we look back in some meaningful lifetime events and count back time, it's like, oh my God, that happened 15 years ago? So long time ago? Something like 20 years ago? Oh my God, where did that time go? So it is time to replenish and embrace and forgive all those past hurts and misgivings and our own maybe foolish acts and deeds and faults, and how we reacted back then, or what decisions we made. And now it's time to reflect back and recognize our own self and why this was necessary for our own growth and awareness. And it is time to embrace and replenish that I am presence of ours, and maybe level it up from I am to we are presence. So far all the spiritual teachings have been praised this I am presence. Maybe it is time now to replace it with we are presence. We are a family. We have a home. We are earth humans. We are home in earth. We all have a common ancestor, which is Mother Earth. We are made of Mother Earth, and Father Sky gave us our breath, still gives us our daily breath. And we have common ancestors. We are the same. We are one human race. We are living with nature side by side, whether we want to recognize it or not, embrace it or not, or how much we have distanced ourselves from this relation. It's time to go back in. So it is time for some headstrong and strong, healthy mindsets and heart-driven leadership with profound and deep insights. This life wisdom, it's time to dig it up again and put it out there. It's about skillful chase to win the prize we have been after. So it is asking us to challenge the current status quo and think about things out. And then we know what we are doing when honing in. It asks us to be clear and methodical in our thinking and actions, to balance our strength with intuition, to lead with wisdom together with reason, to get most out of these current Gemini energies, to see the both sides of this twins energy. It is time to take charge of our own family life, and in whatever steps it is. For some it may be falling apart or being divided. What once was added now is divided or being divided. For some it is time to level up from karmic marriages and karmic family life to divine family life and divine partnership, and it is okay. Just the other day, yesterday, I felt suddenly very strong sadness because I finally realized what I have been missing my whole life. It's spiritual nurturing. I missed it like 37 years, and finally when I decided to go after it, then like 4 years I was hungry for it every single day, like, give me spiritual food, give me spiritual food. and yesterday, when I was standing in front of my house and looking at my garden, I suddenly felt this deep sadness that what I've been really missing is a spiritual partner in my life, a partner who is constantly part of my life and with whom I can see things from material aspects as well as emotional and mental and spiritual aspect, where all of those 4 planes are together, and intellectual as well. All 5 planes are together in one relationship, and it to be by my side every day. But this is what I've been really like missing and lacking and wishing for, and yesterday finally I embraced and recognized this deep sadness inside, and it was so grounding actually. It's It's when you finally like see clearly your present situation, and you take full responsibility, and they call it what's the word starting with R, radical acceptance of your own self, your own life, your own home, your own partnerships. So back to week 4, it's time to redecorate home, or create a new spatial place for us to replenish or recharge or rethink, and yeah, maybe recreate some of the rooms we have in our home, and create this temple, or this spiritual transformational place we have, this altar. Maybe it's time to create it in a new space, in a new way, in using new skills and new guidance from spirit, because you never know. Each and single day, spirit can, if we keep our minds and hearts open every day, the spirit, the energies can teach us something new, and something so profound, and something so mind-blowing. Yeah. So the energies are asking us to be responsible and be dependable within reason, of course, and be guided by the soul and the heart-driven wisdom, and to think all things out and focus our intent before we jump in with all our 4 legs. So it's wise fool, so to say. It asks us to be wise fools. So, coming near to the equator, week 4, it is time to enjoy the fruits of our labor and go to our intellectual place. So 3 plus 4 is 7, so it's a week where universe says yes, and these are your gifts, these are your divine gifts, these are your fruits of your manifestation coming, being birthed, alive, being brought to you from unknown places in unknown form. Just embrace and hold your heart out. So it's time to embrace this feminine energies, this holding, this nurture, and earthly and deep feelings inside. So for some reason, the question came up when I looked at these cards, asking, a bit upside down, are we? So it is time to let things be and flow and invest in diversity. And this can give us the life force we need to turn it into insight power, and to get our further and to get us further and higher than we have before, by welcoming in those gifts, those manifestations we started to create, the things we started to create in week 2 and 1, was it? Don't remember anymore. When in those powerful meditations at the beginning of the journey, now it's full-blown coming in, those manifestations in real life. So it's time to stay focused on high moral grounds. So those gifts and those first manifestations of our visions can come in a high vibration state. So it asks us not to control the situations or events, but just to allow and observe and invent instead, and fully enjoy the fruits of our labor from previous weeks, and cherish those, and be grateful, and celebrate those incomings, so to say, those happy incomings. Yeah. So it's and embracing week 4, embracing our heart center, and holding and doing this kind of self-reiki that in our minds, in our intellect, to go inside our body and hold our heart between our two of our hands, and warming and healing our own heart. Old core wounds we have held so long in our heart regarding home, maybe our parents' home or childhood home. It's time to heal those in our heart so that the new ones can come in. Yeah. So we are back at 9 again. And this time at the Aspen energies, which is all about clear knowing, clear seeing, clear sensing, clear vision, clear audience. Embracing those gifts and not going crazy on them, but instead learning skillfully to deal with them, to learn them, to use them in our everyday life, in our everyday manifestation, the practical aspects of it, and how they work for us, not against us, but for us in the best way possible. Coming in through the air energy, this being able to sense others' feelings and thoughts and ideas and energy, reading energies. So this week 5, it is about inner child, being balanced spiritually to practical nurture. It's time to nurture our inner child through from spiritual down to practical ways, to make our practical life and spiritual life into balance through physical world, through physical nature, all aspects of it. So it would feel good, so it would taste good, so it would logically and intellectually be satisfied. So it is time to nurture our inner child, full force on all levels, intellectually, physically, mentally, emotional wise, sexually even. So it is time to rise up the vibe, to rise our sexual energy into a creation, pure creation energies. And the other day I was looking at my the tagline of my YouTube channel in Estonian, which is says that from the grace of love, that grace is better than fear. And at one time I actually read that grace is better than sex, or grace is better than control, or grace is better than having a force over another. So it's time to embrace the inner grace, our inner child, that innocent, pure innocence and pureness of our own soul, of our own ideas and thoughts and intellect. So it's time to ground and protect and guard the astral plane down to the solid word and deed and action we do in the physical, fully in all corners of our family and home life world, in all directions, when things come up, when things end, when things come to full circle or are in full darkness or in full light. It's time to embrace them on all levels, physical, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, all in. All aspects are in her and in him, in animus, in anima, in divine feminine and in divine masculine, and especially in the loving them in the unified space, and in the father, mother, children, making this new space, this sacred space, holding this sacred space, and understanding that each children have both fathers and mothers, and each father and mother have once been a child. And it is time to put that inner and outer so-called Aspen factory of ours into full action, all those clears, to full action, to full manifestation. But first we have to make sure that all the preparation work and healing and the maintenance work is done in due time before we start with before we go full force in all those using those clairvoyance and clairaudience and other clear gifts we have given by our soul, with due care and full responsibility to use them to advance our home, healing home, to create a healing home on all levels, not only physical but on and that all the levels are combined in. And maybe welcome in all those members, family members who are not present, who are not physically present and part of your physical family, but to whom you are very strongly connected through other clairs, by clairsentience or clairvoyance. Yeah, so that all aspects in our family life are covered, and really make ask yourself, how do I feel, what kind of family and home I need to feel safe and secure. What is the healing home I need? What are the aspects of it, so that it would not be separate and destructive environment, but healing and nurturing and growing instead. Yeah. But now I have a trouble because I lost my internet connection and I lost my picture. So it seems that I will make the reading about next 2 weeks in a separate file. So we'll see if I can combine them into one video, or it will be in 2-parter. So join me in the second part then. Bye so far.